Okay.
But HBCUs have 9% of the black graduates. So they're doing the lion's share of graduating our people. When it comes to STEM fields, right? HBCUs still are 3% of the college population. But when it comes to black people in science, technology, engineering, math, and architecture, HBCUs produce about 25% of black graduates.
Wow.
So we're talking about organizations that are doing the lion's share and not getting the acknowledgement, not getting the recognition, and they're not getting the funding.
I think it's the confidence and the comfortability of being at a black college. You know, it just,
all of that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like when you get the experience and you see people who look like you, I feel like you do better.
You do.
Absolutely.
You're encouraged.
Absolutely.
You know, you're motivated. You're seeing somebody that looks just like you, that talks just like you, that walks just like you.
You're encouraging each other. You're involved in different programs, the Greek
Absolutely.
organizations, whatever.
Absolutely. Oh, the Greek organizations. The Greek organizations are different, even a different animal between PWIs and HBCUs, right? There's just a beautiful experience of it. I'm in a Greek organization and I can see the differences. And it's like, man, like that HBCU experience is so deep. It takes on levels on levels. I mean, from anything you want to do. Even the social life, right?
Yeah.
So in Grand Rapids, our closest thing that we can go to the Chicago Classic, we can go to the Circle City Classic, which is in Indianapolis. But either one of those are like tastes, right? So you get a spoonful of what it's like. But homecoming at an HBCU versus homecoming at a PWI. Homecoming at a PWI, it might be the weekend, right? You've got the homecoming game on Saturday. You've got the alumni party on Saturday night. Homecoming at an HBCU is a week. It starts on Sunday. The airport says, you know what? Welcome back, alumni. Because the airport says, we recognize what's going on. The city, all week long downtown, whatever city you're in, is going to say, welcome back, alumni of this school, because we want to let you know you're welcome. You got events that start on Sunday. You got a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the next Sunday. And so we're talking about this entire culture shift.
Yeah.
The art. A lot of the art that I have in my home, I got from homecoming, right? Because we have individuals, if I want something from Nigeria or from Kenya, they're going to be at homecoming.
Okay.
If I want to support students. So there's a lot about that the HBCU experience presents and provides. We want people from Grand Rapids and from all over to send their kids on the tour. And if you've got an extra $1, send it to HBCU.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I'm sorry.
So important.
Woo, okay. I'm good. Man, this is so beautiful. We just so beautiful.
And so this moment that we have here is the norm at an HBCU.
See.
The norm. And I think that's what people need to see and understand. The HBCU lifestyle.
Education is everything.
Yes, everything.
And we can empower our children, equip them, and help them get degrees. Our organization, on our website, we help you find scholarships. We help you pay for college so you don't go broke.
Absolutely.
Man. All right. Okay, so I did have one, there was one thing I was just curious to know. Is there like a percentage of like girls versus boys? Like how, is it more girls that attend? Is it more guys, or is it like 50-50? Like what's the percentage on that?
So yeah, HBCUs across the board, of course, black women take up the majority of the spots. I think the numbers say it's about 65% female at HBCUs.
Okay.
But There are also 2 HBCUs that are for women only.
Okay.
That's going to be Spelman and Bennett College.
Okay.
So Spelman is in Atlanta,
Okay.
Bennett College in North Carolina. And then there's 1 college for all males, and that's going to be Morehouse College, which is in Atlanta as well. And so when you, I think the beauty of that is in that space, we see Spelman and Morehouse being the top 2 HBCUs for like the past, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years.
That's so interesting.
And so that space of we have something that's specific, that's catered to our women, and for that to be the best place for our women to go, I think that speaks volumes.
I bet the sisterhoods and the brotherhoods there are like.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. And so. And the Spelman Morehouse connection, they come together for thing, and they form a group called Spell House.
Okay.
And so at Spell House, they have that brother and sister love.
Yeah.
But so you've got your individual institutions. They come together. They connect with Clark Atlanta, which is another HBCU, and then they connect with some PWIs to have the access to some technology, so some other classes, some other degrees. So you can be enrolled in Spelman, and you can get a degree that Georgia Tech offers, but your degree is going to say Spelman.
Okay.
Nice.
And so what happens when we get out into the field is that when people see, oh, I see that resume came across my desk and you went to an HBCU, there's a different level of acknowledgement. When you come across my desk and I see you went to an HBCU, you're automatically going to get a look. And that speaks to this good old boy network that exists, right? It's been traditionally about, if I know you, if I know your family, if I know your bloodline, then I'll give you this connection. Or if you're my offspring, I'll give you this connection. Well, with this HBCU network, now we're able to do it for each other.
Awesome.
And so that the evolution of who gets helped, we can help ourselves, right?
Yes.
We can open up those doors for others, and then we can say, hey, I'll give you an opportunity because I know the reputation of your school. I don't have to know you as a person, but I know the reputation of your school. I know what they produce. I know what you went through to get what you got.
Right.
So I know you're going to be prepared to handle my organization. Right? And so we do that. And that just becomes a phenomenal push forward for us and for our community and for people that look like us. And then we can give back to our children.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I think another amazing statistic is that Black women are the most graduated out of everyone in the entire country.
Absolutely.
So that's beautiful. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a trend that continues to go up. Right?
Okay.
So you're seeing also now more Black women getting PhDs than anybody else.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not just an associate's, it's not just a bachelor's, it's not just a master's, but we're seeing these Black women excel and be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm not so-and-so, I'm doctor.
Okay. Get that right.
Right. Put some respect.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Right.
Exactly.
So we have these Black women doing phenomenal things.
Yeah.
And then they're going back to their community.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they're mentoring young women. They are putting on programs for other young women to say, hey, yeah, do it.
This is you.
Yep.
Right.
Come on through.
I am you.
Right. I have your hair, right?
Yeah.
I got sister locks. I got my afro and whatever it is, but I'm here and I want you to come.
I'm home girl. I'm things
I'm
that I can relate to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so that's just a beautiful place, right? And I would be remiss to say that the struggle with it for our men is that we end up being locked out of education.
Okay.
Because of the societal pressures that go on. And so, we end up getting pushed out of that. So there are absolutely more women in college. But I think the other thing that some HBCUs are looking at how to do, right? So if you have a felony, you cannot get a loan. You cannot get a federal loan. So what some HBCUs are looking to do now is saying, okay, well, how do we work around that?
That's beautiful.
So we have colleges like, I think it's Paul Quinn in Texas, who's now essentially a work study college where you work part-time for the university.
Okay. Yep.
And that's how you cover
That's
some of your
nice.
costs,
Yes.
right?
Good.
So we're talking about changing the mold
Yes.
of education.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? When you go out into this world, you now have 4 years of work experience.
Yep. Yep.
And what do they say? Oh, the excuse is we can't give you a job because you don't have any experience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? But now Paul Quinn is saying, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's so smart. That's
I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
We're going to eliminate excuses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
excuses are tools of the incompetent.
Yes.
And we're not going to let you have it.
Because this fella not even coming with no excuses. They trying to work. They trying to go to school. They trying to be educated.
Sure.
You know, they're not.
Absolutely.
And it's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to know. That's why I asked about the percentage, because I was curious. Because man, they just have such a hard time in society achieving, and growing. It's
we wonder why they push us or why they let us in so much,
and I even think that
that's historic. Right.
I think
it's historic, right?
I think things have been strategically done too to keep our men down, and that's just exactly why I asked that question, because I was curious to know that, because they want to go to school there, but it's like it's something about a man that's so intimidating.
Well, the black man historically has been a threat in this world, right? So I mean that's just in any country that you travel to, the black man is always a threat. He's followed closely by the black woman, but there's the perception that you can control the black woman in a way that you can't control the black man. So right, that's just that's the history of it. That's been the course of colonization, right? That's always what it is.
That's true.
Take advantage of the woman and break the man.